Hey folks, Odd here with your Outer World News. Current time is 5 p.m. May 12th, 2013. Alright folks, here we go. Let's get on with this. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to make this quick. A lot to go over, and my flash player crashed. Like always. Alright, so here we go. Philippines Coast Guard kills Taiwanese fishermen. Taiwan demands an apology within 72 hours. This is from moxnews.com. If you guys want to go ahead and look into this, supposedly, title pretty much speaks for itself, but Taiwan's governor is giving them 72 hours to apologize. Also, military millions. U.S. spends fortune on Israel drone dome, or Iron Dome, admit efficiency doubts. This was just published today. Secretary of State John Kerry is planning a visit to Israel soon, if I'm correct, or to Palestine. Yeah, another trip to the Middle East, that's right. To talk about this matter and the whole Syrian matter and everything that's going on. Supposedly, the Israel Iron Dome efficiency isn't what it's stacked up to be. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. The Bible does say that Israel will be vulnerable to attacks at first. We'll have to watch into that. Well, how does it say it again? That people will be bruised and cut if they try to pierce Israel. Something like that. Alright, so here we go. Sinkholes are moving in. This is from Louis7777. This video right here shows these sinkholes in California. There's a huge tear, like a canyon starting to rip open in California. And all of this whole neighborhood, all these houses are falling into the canyon. They try to say it's faulty pipes and water, but if you look at the canyons and the sinkholes around this whole canyon that seems to just be opening up out of nowhere, it looks dry to me. But if you guys want to go ahead and check into it, very interesting video. Remember that movie 2012 with the canyon that runs across the through the shopping center, like the store? That's what it looks like, but it's doing it to houses. It's also happened down in Brazil too. Is that the tectonic plate that might be collapsing? Is California going to sink into the ocean? I guess we'll see. There's a lot of people talking about that. Those two plates moving together and just collapsing. So have to keep an eye on that. Also, the biggest, most corrupt bank scheme that's not being stopped. This is from the Young Turks, and to have them actually do a video about this, listen to this, as conspiracy theorists of the world, believers in the hidden hands of the Rothschilds and the Masons and the Illuminati, we skeptics owe you an apology. You were right. Supposedly, these corrupt banksters had $379 trillion profit. That's more than over 100% of what the U.S. federal budget is. You have to check this video out. It's the first time I've ever seen Young Turks actually stepping up for us conspiracy theorists. Because we're not really conspiracy theorists. In my opinion, what we are is truth. We are the freedom fighters. We are the Truth Network. We are the movement. There you go. Also, UFO during Russian Spacewalk on ISS. This is from Wow For Real. Honestly, this thing is like tumbling in the sky, right? And if you look at it hard enough, not at first, but afterwards, first it kind of looks like a UFO, but then the later frames of the video, it kind of looks like 1988 TA spinning around. And the people on the spacewalk are actually saying this huge object just flew over. International Space Station is not that far out, so if it was 1988, there you go. Then that means, what happened? NASA lied. Of course they do. They always lie. But go ahead and check that out. Very interesting video. Also, red alert. We must cry out to God to bring His Son and to bring His Son and end our slavery. To bring Jesus and end our slavery. So we must cry out. Supposedly this guy did a Bible code, and within 5 days, the rapture is going to happen. I don't know. Don't really believe it, because God says He's going to come like a thief in the night. Beware of false prophets, so on and so forth. But you guys can go ahead and check into it. Very interesting gospel song while it plays to show it. This is from Prosper and Be Healthy. He always has some very interesting videos as well. If you guys want to go ahead and check this out. Very interesting video. Now on to the next one.
Obama's true agenda emerges. More taxes coming, ruining the economy, from Bill O'Reilly. This is from Journey 344. If you guys want to go ahead and check this out. You know, more taxes are coming our way, folks. And I think mainstream media, some of them are starting to wake up and realize what the heck is going on. Fox seems to be one of the first ones doing it. Yes, because I guess they are a Republican network, but at the same exact, you know, I'm trying to try to look at the big picture here. I see them actually trying. They're also talking about Benghazi. They're talking about the taxes. And eventually, hopefully, they'll wake up all the way and just ignore the government and the corporate bastards who pay them and get the damn truth out. Guess we'll see. Probably never going to happen, but anyway. Also, U.S. fears nuclear conflict with Russia over Syria, also from Journey 344. Syria says that the weapons of mass destruction that were used in Syria were not from the Syrian government, but from the resistance force, Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda. And Obama saying we don't know where, when, and where they came from, blah, 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 and we'd like an investigation done, we'd like to get our forces on it. Syria says, no, we do not want the U.S. investigating this, nor do we want the U.K. We're asking for Russia. Russia said they'd do it. America, you're screwed, because they're going to find out that the bombs were produced from you, and they're going to be like, wow, doesn't this just remind you of what happened in Iraq? Weapons of mass destruction that did not exist? So, U.S. now fears nuclear conflict with Russia over Syria. So go ahead and check into this video. Very interesting information there. Also, media admits why they won't talk about New World Order or the Bilderberg group. It's from Anthony Antonello. You guys got to check this video out. Sorry, I got to speed this up. A lot to go over. Also, March on D.C. 5/12/2013 from the old Marine. Always interesting videos from him. You know, I always call him Santa Claus. You know, just like a jokester with him. Like down here, I asked him, I was like, am I on the naughty list, Santa? Much love to you, though, old Marine. You do a great job there, buddy. Keep up the great work. Also, alert news, the danger you are in and need to know. Civil defense, Earth changes. This is a 38-minute radio broadcast about pole shift refrigerator trucks. Army officials are taking pictures of refrigerator trucks because they can hold dead bodies as well as food. This was in New Jersey, and a few other great facts. If you guys want to check this out, it's from Mr. Terry 428. So go ahead and check into that. Also, alert: government orders YouTube to censor March on Mankato, D.C. and other protest videos. On here, YouTube says that the government is, by government order, they have to shut down certain videos, protest videos. This is complete BS. You know, I'm getting sick of this stuff. You know, this is from Dabu7. Always interesting stuff there, Dabu. Always look forward to your work. Check this video out, because this is BS. You know, leave your comments at the bottom, and we need to make our own videos about this, because this is getting out of control. Also, alert news. Thousands in Ohio too poor to pay debts go to jail with no trial. Welcome to the authoritarian-ran government of America, and to the republic for which our slavery. If you guys want to go ahead and check this out, pretty much title speaks for itself. Also from Mr. Terry 428. This chaos sphere needs to end. Also, Judge Jenny Perot. Obama administration lied to America in an open statement in Benghazi. She is an old judge, and she said that she's talking about Obama, Hillary Clinton, and others, and how Obama, like, they called him up and they were saying about what's going on in Benghazi, and he said, we'll take care of it, and he went back to sleep on his bed, and then he went out to a fundraiser for himself while all this is going down. You know, the 8-hour gun battle. Go ahead and check this video out. That's from the Truth Channel. Also, eyes open, folks. Benghazi media attention may lead to a false flag event. This is also from Dabu7. Like always, great work. You know, title pretty much speaks for itself, but please check this out. I'm sorry, I just really got to hurry through this. You know, also the computer's freezing up. Also, here we go. Nibiru, Anunnaki, the Blue Hopi Star, Kachina, and new nephews are here now. This is from Physicom. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, buddy. He told me to have you guys go ahead and check this video out. I've checked it out. It is very, very interesting if you guys want to look into it. It does have 10,600 views already. This was released February 26th. If you guys want to look into it, very interesting information there as well. Also, crazy ice invasion in Minnesota. This is from Spirit and Bride 2. You guys have to check this out. It looks like an ice age movement. This is in Minnesota and it happened on Friday. And this ice was moving up into these houses and also destroyed them. I have more on these. This right here, pole shift. This is from Ben Time Traveler. This video right here, also the same exact thing. It shows the aftermath damage of it. And if you guys want to see the actual Glacier thing without music or any of that other stuff and just watch the video, watch it from Sensationalized Secrets. This is glacier-like ice moving across Mill Lax Lake, damaging houses and so on and so forth. Crazy, crazy videos, folks. Check that out. It looks like something like unreal, like from that movie Ice Age. You gotta check that out. Also, May 11th, 2013, Clif Wujo Global Coastal Event. I'm gonna put that at the bottom like I did in yesterday's video for those that still haven't had a chance to look into it yet. Still thinking it's gonna happen. You know, if you guys want to go ahead and very interesting information. And also, above average 2013 hurricane season has been predicted. For some reason, the Atlantic is warmer than it's supposed to be, and they're calling for 18 named storms. I call BS on that. I'm calling for 21. Also, forecasters released 2013 hurricane season predictions. Also, more on it if you guys want to look into it as well. Those were sent to me from a good friend of mine on Facebook /YouTube. Also, our sun has just released off a solar flare, another M-class solar flare. Now, I don't know if Core 2 has picked it up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and check because we had one yesterday. There it was. So it's not really picking it up yet. There's one. Then it had another one. That right there was the one yesterday, the M1/C9. That go ahead and check into. Endless entrail spiral, still not showing it. This is a filament eruption off the northern part of the sun. So that's not it right there. Also, solar cold. This is where I'm finding it out. Right here, an M1 to M2 flare. It's showing it right now, so this is breaking news. So another M-class flare. We had an M-class right there. That's the one I was talking about, C9 to M-class. Then we had that other M1 here, and then we had that other M4 as well. If you guys want to look into those. Also on to neutron monitors. Pitch angle. What does it look like? It cut off. Are the charts down again? This is unusual. Looks like the charts are down again. Something's not right. Even Mac-Maruno real-time data is cut off. Uh-oh. Something to watch there, folks. You know, they had trouble before. Also, AMS. 28 fireball reports and rising. There was 14 reports yesterday. 17 on the 9th. 48 on the 5th. 55 on the 4th. 5 on the 3rd, and over 120 on the 1st. So got to keep our eyes out on that. A lot of stuff going on. Also, last night there was another meteor sighting over Michigan, Ohio area. So if you guys want to look into this, also on Lunar Meteor Hunter's blogspot shows you exactly where. Also up in Ontario, they seen it as well. Also on the earthquakes. We also have breaking news here as well. The 5.7 that popped off in Alaska. So more earthquake upticks here. Showing over here as well to watch these hurricanes right here. It's going to hit around Myanmar and India. Also another one down here heading towards Madagascar. Keep our eyes out on those as well. Also Iran just had another 5.6. So we have to keep our eyes out on Iran as well. Here you go, folks. Let me go ahead and get into this for you. This is in Alaska. Showing a 5.7, 5.7. and a magnitude 5 around the Fox Islands region of Alaska. So we got to keep our eyes out there. Also around over here in Iran, having that huge swarm. Also over here in Kyrgyzstan, showing 4.8 swarms as well. Also down here, 5.6 in Chile 8 hours ago. You know, here we go. Here's the upticks, folks. So we're going to have to keep our eyes out on all this. Also over here, 4.8 in the Loyalty Islands. You know, Papua New Guinea starting to pop off again. Portland. Or Poland, a rare 2.6. A lot of stuff going on, folks. So we're going to keep our eyes out on this. It looks like California is calming down with 1-point swarms. That's something to keep our eye out on as well. See if anything big pops off around here. So there you go, folks. Much love to you all. All links at the bottom like always, and may God bless.